At this time, we would like to recognize basic military training's outstanding performers. These airmen have earned the distinction of being the top graduates of this basic military training class. The Honor Graduate Program permits up to 10% of each graduating class to be recognized as honor graduates. This is both highly competitive and extremely difficult to achieve. To earn the title of honor graduate, each airman must excel in every aspect of basic military training to include exceptional performance in dormitory inspections, military studies, drill, physical training, and above all, be recommended by their military training instructor and squadron commander. As the airmen are introduced, please hold your applause until the last honor graduate is recognized. From the 320th Training Squadron, Adrian Salazar, Aiden Maloney, Brian Curley, Christopher Hoff, Christian Lujan, Christopher Duncan, Christopher Morley, Daniel Burnett, Dustin Snyder, Eric Ridout, Aaron Kane, Haley Herwig, Hanif Alfeki, Jacob Douglas, Jalen Perkins, Jonas Jason, Joshua Hemus, Keegan Rainey, Kyle Young, Opayemi Ojetunde, Raymond Gonzalez, Russell Douglas, Sandra Vasquez. From the 321st Training Squadron, Aiden Sanchez, Antonio Jimenez, Brandon Goodrich, Garen Richardson, Garrett Rademacher, Jacob Ochoa Mendez, Joseph Duke, Kenneth McKeever, Khalid Alston, Ryan McCullough, Shane Smith, Thomas Stobie, Timothy Lawler, Trevor Weber, Victor Quinones. From the 322nd Training Squadron, Alexander Kubitz, Cyrus Shepard, Dylan Ernest, Grayson Egbert, Jonathan Lessakar, Clark Ortiz, Lucas Howe, Sajani Turner. From the 323rd Training Squadron, Austin Pierce, Braden Gold, Christian Nelson, Evelyn Barger, Franco Benitez Avalo, Gary Ferris, Gustavo Halone, Hunter Lampshire, Jared Johnson, Jasmine Brainer, Jennifer Fellows, Jeshua Mitchell, Kendall Sramek, Landry Vaught, Marilyn Long, Megan Meyer, Michael Mariano, Michael Rosado Sanchez, Noah Gregory, Raymond Mappa, Ryan Stratton, Sarah Bucklew, Stefano Bassini, Wade Brantley. From the 326 Training Squadron, Benjamin Wells, Jose Salazar. How about a nice round of applause for all our honor graduates? We will now recognize our top graduating airmen for this class. This honor goes to the one airman who has surpassed all others in the challenges of Air Force basic military training. This individual has been selected as the #1 graduate out of 719 graduates. Colonel Michael Newsom, Commander, Basic Military Training, and Chief Master Sergeant Lee Hoover, Superintendent, Basic Military Training, will make the presentation. The top graduating airman of this class is from the 323rd Training Squadron, Airman Basic Evelyn Barger. From the 323rd Training Squadron, Flight 493, led by Staff Sergeant Denise Tammy. From the 323rd Training Squadron, Flight 494, led by Staff Sergeant Michael Maynard. From the 323rd Training Squadron, Flight 495, led by Technical Sergeant Sandra Weiss. From the 323rd Training Squadron, PT Excellence Flight 496, led by Staff Sergeant Chloe Lynch. From the 320th Training Squadron, Flight 497, led by Master Sergeant Nicholas Thompson. From the 320th Training Squadron, Flight 498, led by Technical Sergeant Ari German. From the 320th Training Squadron, Academic Excellence and PT Excellence Flight 499, led by Technical Sergeant Gerard Basil. From the 320th Training Squadron, Flight 500, led by Technical Sergeant Zachary Shoemaker. From the 322nd Training Squadron, Commander's Excellence Flight 501, led by Master Sergeant Mark Gillette. From the 322nd Training Squadron, Flight 502, led by Staff Sergeant Matthew Casey. From the 326th Training Squadron, Flight 503, led by Staff Sergeant Vasily Vasilikis. From the 326th Training Squadron, Flight 504, led by Technical Sergeant Jeremy Dolly. From the 321st Training Squadron, Flight 505, led by Technical Sergeant Leslie Moore. From the 321st Training Squadron, Flight 508, led by Technical Sergeant Marcus Thompson. From the 321st Training Squadron, Flight 506, led by Technical Sergeant John Jarvis. From the 321st Training Squadron, Flight 507, led by Technical Sergeant Perry Vitale. This morning, we pay special tribute to the men and women before us. They have successfully completed all graduation requirements and have demonstrated that they are ready to take their place as airmen in the world's greatest Air Force. We will mark their transition today from trainees to airmen by presenting them with the coveted Airman's Coin. Today's ceremony celebrates the remarkable accomplishments of this graduating class. Our nation's future rests upon the dedication of this new class of warriors who we honor today. Chief Master Sergeant Hoover will now say a few words.
Good morning. If you're feeling proud right now, why don't you go ahead and let them know? you're proud. We know you're excited. We know you're anxious to come down here and hug their necks and begin celebrating their transformation. And this week, the independence of our nation. I can promise you that time will come. But first, we have some business to take care of. Trainees, for 8.5 weeks now, your Air Force has challenged you physically, mentally, emotionally. Your military training instructor has given you everything they have to ensure you have what it takes to serve in our United States Air Force. And this morning, they say you're ready. So in a moment, that instructor will present you with an airman's coin, signifying your transition from trainee to airman. Now, it's a simple coin, but it carries with it the history and the heritage of our airmen. The men and women who have gone before you have airlifted troops and supplies into the jungles of Vietnam. They have executed precision airstrikes over the deserts of Iraq and Afghanistan, and they've delivered humanitarian aid to villages in South America and Africa. They have launched missiles and flown satellites, defended airstrips and strengthened partnerships. They have stood on the North Pole, the South Pole, and everywhere in between. In just 71 years, we have become the most dominant air power the world has ever known. But we can and we will be better, and you will take us there. Trainees, today you are joining a team of professionals dedicated to integrity, service, and excellence. You're joining a team rooted in dignity and respect, and you're joining a team that will now look to you to define the character of our Air Force for years to come. And we have the utmost faith in you, because every time you recite our Airman's Creed, you adamantly proclaim that you will not fail, and we believe you. As the Superintendent of Basic Military Training, I hereby acknowledge your completion of training requirements and recommend to our commander that you receive your Airman's coin. And here's what I need you to know. From this moment forward, you and I, we're teammates. You are my brother, you are my sister, you are my wingman, and you are an airman. Congratulations. Military training instructors, you may now proceed.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Commander, Basic Military Training, Colonel Newsom.
Thank you. Hey, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, what do you think about these young men and women standing in front of you? Are you proud of them? So as the commander of basic military training, I am proud of each and every one of them. And it is my distinct honor to present to you 719 lethal and ready airmen. Now, since arriving to basic military training, these men and women have developed into world-class airmen, airmen who are disciplined, completely devoted to our Air Force core values, integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. And they are now prepared for what America will require of them. To our distinguished visitors, BMT leaders, family, and friends, thank you for attending today's coring ceremony to celebrate this special occasion. Now, I will tell you, the nuts and bolts of basic military training is our MTIs. To our MTIs, you have taken a sacred oath to spare no effort to properly prepare young men and women for military duty. You have taken a pledge to strive for perfection and nothing less. You have motivated, trained, and inspired these airmen to be the best. And without your dedication and relentless passion to developing warrior airmen, none of their transformation or accomplishments would have been possible. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in applauding these military training instructors. So as today, we now have 719 razor-sharp airmen in front of us, ready to serve our nation. and continue a legacy of military excellence in all we do. Now to the family and friends. 8.5 weeks ago, you entrusted us with our nation's treasure, your sons and daughters. Your love and support have pushed these airmen to successfully complete BMT and join the world's greatest Air Force. So thank you for your support and encouragement, but more importantly, thank you for your trust. As a result, we return lethal, innovative, and dedicated airmen ready to defend our country with their life. Now, to our new airmen. You have separated yourself from the common American by completing basic military training. But more importantly, you have embraced our Air Force core values. I promise you, you will never be the same from this day forward. Now, as a prior enlisted airman and now the commander of basic military training, I know how far you have come to get to this point. I congratulate you on who you have become and who you will be to serve in our Air Force. So today, we recognize your accomplishments and your transformation from trainee to airman. You have earned my deepest respect, and I look forward to serving beside you as an American sword and shield and wingman, united in the defense of the Constitution of the United States. So, welcome to the greatest Air Force the world has ever known. Congratulations to each and every one of you. One team. Cool.
Instructors, place your flights at attention. At this time, we would like to ask all airmen, past and present, to stand in a sign of respect and unity as our newest airmen now recite the Airman's Creed. I am an American airman. Thank you. Please be seated. Instructors, place your flights at ease. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the sounding of retreat and remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
Sound retreat! 1, 2, right up, play! Turn the national anthem. Adrian! Attention! Cut! Present! Card! Roll! And...
The flag stands for peace, honor, truth, justice, and freedom. In the armed forces of the United States, during the ceremony of retreat, the flag is lowered, folded in a triangle fold, and kept under watch throughout the night as a tribute to our nation's honored dead. The next morning it is brought out at the ceremony of reveille. The flag has been torn to strips and used as bandages for wounded combatants on the battlefield. It has been placed in the trembling arms of a grieving parent at the grave of their fallen son or daughter. It is flown at half-staff to honor our military members. The flag is flown in every battle of every war for more than 200 years. It is flown at Valley Forge, Shiloh, and Gettysburg. It was there at San Juan Hill, the trenches of France, and the Argonne Forest, Anzio, Rome, on the beaches of Normandy. It was waved at Okinawa, Korea, Vietnam, Somalia, Kuwait, Iraq, and it is being waved today in Afghanistan. The flag has been burned, torn, and trampled on the streets of countries that America has helped set free. Yet, it remains invincible.